Hello, CFA Nation, Gabe.
And Nick, the wicket keeper. What's up?
Bro, you are the wicket keeper. It's so funny. You had hopped on the other day, and they're like, "Oh, Nick's on. No wickets are gonna fall." And then the minute you leave, Nick's gone. Here comes a wicket, bro. It's wicket keeping magic, wicket keeping skills. Guys, today we're gonna be talking about the second. That's right, the second India-England T20 match. All right, and this game could not have been more different than the first game. Let me start off right off the bat and say, in the first game, England held court. Like, you know what? You just, you guys beat us, took our chances away, to go to the WTC championship. We've lost 3 games in a row to you in tests, but England came out and held court. This game, India comes out. Is it that India just walks in asleep? I'll let you get to that because you're the big India fan here. But they dropped the first match. Bro, you know me. I live in Vegas. I look at betting patterns. This ODI series, I'm going to see if I can lay some scratch on that first ODI series on England. Because if India just keeps dropping the last, the first match of the series, there's a pattern established there. It's like the 3rd time or 4th time in a row they've lost the first match. But in any event, man, India held court this match, cousin. And there's so much to talk about. I'm going to start right off the bat with what I like, Nick, as far as England is concerned. And I got to say, right off the bat, you know what I'm saying? England showed up in the first match. And I mean, they really held court. They really held court here. But Jason Roy, and I know people are going to say, oh, he got this dismissed. But this is the second match in a row where he was the leading scorer, one of the highest scorers for England. This one, he got 46 runs on 35 balls. Yes, he got dismissed silly again. It's like whenever he's too close to 50, Nick, you're like that kid in a candy store. You know what I mean? You want to open it. You ever did that when you got a new toy and you want to open it and you break it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, come on. That's what he is. Oh, my God, a 50. Oh, my God, a 50. And gets himself out. So 46 for 35. That's a 131 strike rate. And I tell you what, I think he has saved his cricketing life here because this was his last chance. If Jason Roy did not produce here, he was gone. He was gone. So I liked his performance. All right. Again, it wasn't also that guys got completely, obliterated other than Butler. We'll talk about what I don't like. Milan 24, Bairstow 20. Dude, the white ball game is where Bairstow shines. You don't get too many ducks from Bairstow. 2 games in a row, Bairstow's put up runs, right, in T20. What did he do in red ball?
Stop it.
Just saying. It's 3 ducks.
It's been well documented on CFA.
It's been well documented, okay? Your boy Stokes, Owen Morgan, all in the 20s as well, 28, 24. So everybody contributed up and down the board, I should say, with the exception of Josh Butler. And, again, they just ran out of overs is really what happened. And you got to credit that to the Indian bowling, but we'll talk about that later. When it comes to the bowling, what did I like? Guys, I know everybody always crushes me. Oh, Gabe got a poster of Jofra Archer in his bathroom or in his bedroom or whatever. But, bro, once again, 4 overs, 24 runs, 0 wickets. 0 wickets. My man Jofra Archer puts in work. You got guys like Chris Jordan with a 13 over rate. We'll talk about that later. Your boy Tom Curran. We'll talk about that later. Ben Stokes, who got obliterated, all right? But Jofra Archer, a 6 economy rate, he didn't get any wickets, but man, he was absolutely fabulous. And finally, bro, Sam Curran. I love Sam Curran. You know what? I was wrong. Everybody's gonna start. Bro, I can hear the comments already. You wanted him dropped off CSK. You said he was trash. I did. I could change my mind. I've been known to be wrong before. That's my wife. She's got a long list of stuff I've been wrong about before, okay? It happens. I was wrong. This kid could play, bro. This kid could play. Immediately comes out, sets the tone for England, gets Butler Give me those wickets. You know, right out the bat, he comes and tries to set the tone, Nick. He tries to set the tone for England. KL Rahul gets him on the opening over, bro, and he set him up masterfully. To me, this is what bowling has that's so close to baseball, and I love, and the best bowlers can do. They set you up, bro. And he kept bowling in on him, crowding KL Rahul, right? The ball's swinging in. And then all of a sudden, he gets him to go outside. Rahul reaches, tries to hit the ball that's, you know, almost a wide, basically. It was still going, you know, towards the inside, but he set him up, right? You know, in baseball, you see guys do this all the time. They'll bust him in, then go outside. Or if you see a guy looking out there because you keep going out there, now you come and crowd him and bust him in. And that's what Sam Curran did. He set him up beautifully. KL Rahul, he's saying there's going to be some talks on this Indian team. Anybody goes out for 2 ducks in a row, and there's talks because this guy's ready to play. But I'll leave that up to you, my friend. You can talk about that. But Sam Curran, you know what? I love me some Sam Curran, and it's not his fault that England lost this game. Nick, what did you like?
Oh, there's so much to like, but I just want to double check here because I do think that KL Rahul, I do think he got a 1 in the first match. He might have avoided that duck then. Let me see. Where is he at? I just got to double check.
You mean he's not embarrassed? He got a 1. Oh, so he's not embarrassed though?
He didn't get a pair. He didn't get a pair, but we'll talk about that later. What did I like about the India squad in this match? I mean, thank goodness, right? Thank goodness they woke up. They showed up. Thank goodness that, you know, they decide, you know, let's just do the best that we can. Talking about the bowlers first. There weren't any bowlers that just blew you away with wickets. I mean, yes, Sundar got 2, Thakur got 2. Bhuvi and Chahal each got 1. No maidens. But, man, the economy rate is so solid. The most runs one person gave was 34 after 4 overs. They all bowled the 4 overs. They got a range of 27 to 34. I mean, that's very consistent for an entire squad. Look at the economy rate, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8. It's out of control. They were very, very consistent. They weren't dominant because England, I would still say 165 is a decent score for T20. You have decent hopes that you can win with the 165. You're not super confident, but it's a decent score. But it's also a decent score for bowlers to give up. So I really, really liked how the bowlers showed up. No one gave up like bazillion runs, right? But the thing I love, I mean, think about this game. That as far as all formats, the Indian wicket keepers, right? All formats. These are the guys that have played international tests just in me and your cricket watching career. We've seen Saha, I believe, play international. We've seen, we haven't seen Dhoni. He was right before us. We have seen Rishabh Pant. We have seen KL Rahul. And then you have this guy, who am I missing someone? I think I'm missing someone else. Sky came in. He didn't play wicketkeeper, but he had his debut. Didn't get a bat, which was unfortunate. But then you have this guy, Ishan Kishan. And if you're Ishan Kishan, you're like, yeah, I'm doing my thing in IPL. Yeah, I got a super hot girlfriend, all that kind of stuff. But I'm not ever going to get a chance at the international squad because I got like 15 guys ahead of us. He gets that chance. And man, do I love myself some Ishan Kishan. If you don't know that, I love myself some Ishan Kishan. And to your point, KL Rahul, Sam Curran, a wicket maiden. The only thing you can hope for better than that is like a double wicket maiden or a triple wicket maiden, which is not going to happen too often, right? Great start. Ishan Kishan is there as part of the opening partnership. He gets his chance at strike. And 32 balls later, he gets his half century in his debut. I mean, this guy, I love this guy, and I love Rishabh Pant. And people are going to say, you know, they're different in this way and they're different in that. These two guys love to bat. They love to swing that stick. They love the reverse sweep. They love all the different types of shots. They like to do it when it doesn't make sense to do it. And they get themselves some runs. And he got 56. After that debacle in the first match, he was able, in his debut. If I'm England, I'm like, we got KL Rahul, who, we have a lot of KL Rahul fans in this channel, and he scored a lot of runs internationally, ODI, T20, but we got KL Rahul out in the first over on a duck. And we got this debutante. Let's go show Ishan Kishan who we are. the guy busted 56. I love the moxie. I love the guts. And I love the fact that when he got out, questionable shot. When he got out, he was ticking himself as he was walking away. Some young kids might be like, yeah, do you guys see what I did? 56, baby. What's up? Someone get my drink ready for me. But he was already thinking about how could I have done that shot a little differently.
Let me piggyback a little bit off what you said. You are absolutely right. He is pant, bro. Because if you look at both their dismissals, it was of their own doing.
I love it.
But these guys play so free. They got marbles, all right? They play so free, and it's just refreshing to see them. They go out there, have fun. They play the way they play, bro. They play the way they play. It doesn't matter. You can't really, and people are going to say, oh, he got dropped. I forgot who dropped him. Oh, I think it was Stokes, bro. Dropped him at before he hit his half century. I think it was at maybe in his 20s or 30s or whatever. Stokes had a horrific day, bro. Horrific day, fielding and bowling. We'll talk about that later. But these guys don't. Watch how they were both dismissed, okay? Yeah. Their shots, like you said, ill-advised shots. But I'll take that when these guys are giving me half centuries and Pont routinely gives you 70s, 80s, and give 100. So I'll take it. And you're absolutely right. So I agree with you on that comparison, my friend.
Yeah. And, again, when you have the squad that India has with the potential and, you only had 5 guys that got to strike in this T20 match because that's all they needed. I love seeing what Rishabh Pant did. I love Rishabh Pant. He got out after 13 balls, but he got 26 runs. He got 2 sixes. And he was trying to do his little sweet thing as he was walking away. He wasn't too happy with himself, but he got a strike rate of 200. In a T20 match, I'll take 26 off 13 any day of the week. I would love more, but I'll take that. But again, the way he got out, Pontonian, come on. But
he hit that ball a mile straight into the air. He couldn't resist, and he picks it up. And when he hits it, he actually followed it up. Looked at him like, come on, man. He's so funny, bro.
He's the best. I love it. I love the aggressive batting. But then we really got to see Virat Kohli here. We really got to see Virat Kohli. I was not on the stream with you, but I was watching along after I woke up. The majority of Virat Kohli's innings there. And he was masterful. He was getting those singles when he could. He was getting those boundaries when he could. The guy, 73, top scorer of the day, off 49 balls, a strike rate of almost about 150, 3 sixes, 5 boundaries, a whole lot of singles and doubles, running perfectly. There was one part of the match where he had hit it, and it was an easy single, maybe a double, but the double is going to be a stretch. And he got about 1/3 back to the other side, and he just put the brakes right when the ball was touched by the fielder. He plays those singles, those doubles so quickly, and he was able to communicate no to his other partner. I think it was Pont, and or maybe it was Shreyas Iyer, and he was able to get back. That was beautiful running. This guy is a master when it comes to running. This guy was finally able to break through in at least the last few international matches with an amazing performance. 73 in T20. That might as well be like 100 or 125 in Test or ODI. This guy's the man. Absolutely love seeing what Virat Kohli did. And I love the fact that, you had basically 3 guys. Shreyas Iyer didn't get a lot of balls. 3 guys that got you the win here. It was absolutely amazing.
Well, here's the thing, too, and I just wanted to piggyback on what you were saying there. Kohli, he really was part of every partnership because remember, he bats at 3 and you lost KL Rahul in the opening partnership. So he was part of Ishan Kishan's, debut. You're right. Good on you, kid. Half century. He was part of Pant's 26 and he brought it home with Iyer. We've seen Kohli and Test put up 70s, and we've seen him in the IPL, but internationally, we hadn't seen him put up a big score, and more importantly, lead his team, be that anchor. And you're right, his running is ridiculous, bro. I think that is really changes his game, and in essence, gives this team when he plays this way, because it gives them the confidence that we're scoring runs on every single over. I don't think there were too many maiden overs. Matter of fact, there was one. The first one was a maiden over by Sam Curran. That's it. So if you can steal runs on every single over, you know what I'm saying, Nick? It makes it so much easier. It takes the pressure off of the rest of your players. And you're right. He was masterful. Congratulations, Virat Kohli. It was a sight to behold out there, man. And now I understand the excitement with people, bro. This was a Kohli-like performance that you were like, oh my gosh. Like, I was so excited about Ishan Kishan. And after he was dismissed, Kohli's still doing it. I was like, oh my gosh, he's out here. Kohli's going to outdo him. I mean, great job. Great job there. So good on you, man. All right. What I hated. Let me start with this. First and foremost, England's bowling. Because you're right. I give you 165 T20. You should be able to defend that. Okay? 170. People are saying 170, 180 is par for the scores. You should be able to defend that. All right? Ben Stokes had a horrific day. I get it. He's not a bowler. You know, he's an all-rounder, but you are considered the number one all-rounder in the world. He got pumped for 17 runs. They didn't give him the ball again. They said, no, you can't even touch it. Give me that back. Give me that back, okay? Your boy, Tom Curran. I think you might have changed a few minds because we got some more Tom Curran haters, okay? Curran, 3-0.
What took so long?
2 overs, 26 runs. Got pumped for 26 runs. They didn't want to give him the ball again. They said, no, give me the ball. Give me the ball. Chris Jordan. Oh, Chris Jordan. Oh, Chris Jordan. I'm allowed to say it now because my man gave up 38 runs. He got pumped 38 runs. Nick, he didn't finish 3 overs. 2.5 overs. He didn't get through 3 overs. Do the math. My man would have passed that Jordan line, bro. He would have got hootied. He did get hootied, bro. Oh, my God. It was bad. It was bad. The bowling was, with the exception of Jofra Archer and Sam Curran, the bowling was atrocious. And I go back to it. You know who bowled masterfully for England in that first T20 match? Who, because of the rotation policy, I'm assuming, I don't know why it was left off this side. Mark Wood. Where's Mark Wood? I don't get it. Put your best players out there. Bro, go ahead. Yeah, good job, Ben Stokes. Good job, Tom Curran, the BBL champ. Everybody loves Tom Curran. Yeah, getting pumped. Bro, you can't make it up. You can't. The bowling was atrocious. And again, you got Mark Wood, who was masterful with Jofra Archer in that first test match. All the pace they came at India with. But not, let's just switch it up because what? Please don't tell me rotation policy. I'm so over the rotation policy. All right. On the batting, I'm not really gonna crush anybody with the exception of Josh Butler. And bro, it was LBW, and that was a beautiful ball by Boovie. People were so excited about Boovie when he came. I was like, who's Boovie? I don't even know who this guy is. I know who Boovie is now. Dude, that's the disgusting part. There's so much talent. You know what I'm saying, bro? There's so much. A guy like Natarajan, who we love, right? The Yorker specialist. When do you ever think he's going to break through on this international team? Honestly, dude, it's like India opens up a cupboard and said, no, I don't. I got a little Boovie. I got a little Boomerang. Muhammad Shami's a little spiral, pushing him to the side. Oh, you know, we can always. They got a cupboard. They just keep bringing them in, whether it's pacers or spinners. Wow. I feel bad, honestly, for Josh Butler because he got the golden duck out on a ball. But you tell me you could hit that ball. Go back, and I'm talking to the audience. Go back and watch that ball, and you guys tell me you would have been able. That was disgusting. Oh, my gosh, movie. That was ball of the match, and we don't normally do that here. I know that's Azjad's thing, but I was like, oh, that's ball of the match, man. That was disgusting, brother. And, man, it's crazy. Again, everybody else did their job. They put up 165. Was it 165, 164? You know, you'd like 170. If you don't have a guy go out on the duck, you probably get to 170, 175. You should be able to defend that, but you didn't. And the last thing I'm going to say, and this is an India thing, but I don't care because I'm going to say it. What else did I hate? I hated that my debut for my Sky. Oh, Sky. He didn't even get the bat. Sky's debut ended up being 2 things, Nick. And I know you're probably going to mention this, but I'm angry.
Dropped. A
drop catch and a taken catch that was almost dropped. That was his debut. Okay, bro. Sky, everybody was joking in the chat, in the comments. They're like, Sky wants to kill the third man right now. He's he's looking up his the third umpire, I should say. He's finding compromising pictures of the third umpire so they can give Indian players out on, questionable calls because he needs to bat. And bro, I'm fully convinced that they would have batted like, they would have put Boobie in there above him. Like, hey, Boobie, go ahead. This guy would have been like, can the brother get all out in? Can the brother get all out in? You know what I mean? Like, oh,
he was in the penalty box, man.
They put him in a penalty box, and I know that you were probably going to mention that, but I was so angry because I know we were both calling for this guy. We're like, where's Sky? Can Sky get some love? Finally gets in there. They scheduled him to bat at 6. Guess what? My man never even saw the field.
No. And they had Pont there at 4, which I actually like that in T20.
I heard stories that he grabbed the bag of sand and put it in his pocket because I think that's the closest he's ever going to get to the field. He was like, I'll miss you.
This is the thing. Sky, he'll get another chance, but this team is too deep. And then Sean Kishan goes up there and he does his thing, and it's like, man, I mean, this is just like you had 3 wicket keepers on the field there. You only need room for 1, so their 2 guys are in the field. Absolutely amazing. All I know is Heath Ledger said it best in The Dark Knight. He said, if you're good at something, never do it for free, right? Tom Curran better be doing it for free, my friend, all right? That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. He better be doing it for free. I was right. And don't tell me, but Nick, he's an all-rounder. He's an amazing batsman. Yeah, he's so amazing that England put him at number 10 because he's so amazing. Can he put up a half century here or there? Of course, people can do that. But I'm so evil that way. I was smiling about that.
Bro, they batted Chris Jordan ahead of him. They batted Chris Jordan.
Listen. Exactly. I was right. So, what did I not like about the India side? There's not a whole lot not to like. Wasn't happy about KL Rahul. Openers. I mean, we saw when India was playing Australia and playing England, their openers were better. They just were than the other squads. And here he was 2 in the first match, and then he was first in this match, combined 1 run. I know this guy can score. He hasn't had a chance to play internationally for a while. I think he was injured, and he was dropped off this because there's too many guys. He hasn't really played since the Australia series where he was able to put up some numbers. Not huge numbers in the T20. He put up a half century, then a duck in the 30. But this guy, I'm not saying drop him because of the potential of what he can do. And you didn't need him in this match. You still had like 6 more batsmen ready to go. So this duck did not cost the Indian squad this game, even though it was a wicket maiden over. But hopefully he can figure out what's going on because those first 2 performances, when you have a squad this deep, it doesn't really play too well. Luckily for him, he's an opener. He's a number 2 guy. But now with Sean Kishan in there, maybe they decide to bring a Rohit Sharma. I mean, he's got to be careful. That's all I got to say. He's got to be very, very careful. Wasn't too excited about that whatsoever. I don't think he's done. I don't think he's trash, but I was not happy about that. And I got to say, as much as I love Rishabh Pant, as much as I love this guy, and I will take the 26 off 13 any day of the week. And, they were able to chase this in the 18th over, I believe it was. It really wasn't that big of a deal. I just wish that he can bring a little bit of what he learned from Test into the T20, where not every shot's going to be a 6, my friend. Not every ball is going to get you a 6 or get you a 4. And he was crushing some balls. And that's the thing. I don't even think it's overconfidence. I think it's just like, that felt so good. I want to do it again. And I want to do it again. I mean, the sounds that was coming off the bat, I just need you to be a little more careful. That's all I need. In this match, we didn't need it. Kohli was doing his thing. And thank goodness he was the anchor in this match. But I wasn't a huge fan of that shot selection. I wasn't a huge fan of that aggressiveness, even though I love his aggressiveness. You're already getting a strike rate of 200. It's okay to leave a ball or just kind of protect. But there's not a whole lot I didn't like here, Gabe. I'm going to jump right into what I learned. I'm going to go right into it. And what I learned in this match is you got 2 of the best sides in T20, right? 2 of the best sides right there internationally with West Indies, with Australia, 2 of the best, India and New Zealand, India and England. And they're going toe-to-toe And we've had a great series so far. England destroyed India, in my opinion, the first match. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, you didn't do an R3 wickets for the first match. You can't handle when they lost. Believe it or not, we didn't have any time for it. We were going to bust it out. I'm not afraid to say when India lost, and they got their butts kicked. I was not too happy about it whatsoever. I love the bounce back, but what I learned is look at what England's doing in India in this T20 series. You think England is a soft squad? You think England is not someone's going to cause some trouble trying to get themselves to the T20 World Cup? I think they're a serious squad you got to watch out for because they took it to India, and you can say, yeah, it was the first match. India only needed 3 real batsmen in this match, and it still took them to the 18th over. To be able to chase a 165, which isn't a huge score, right? And what I learned is in this series of 5 matches, I see a possibility where England could possibly win 3. And all the fans are going to go crazy and say, what are you talking about? This is India. Their T20 squad is stacked. You mentioned the depth. I'm saying I could see that possibility. Right. I don't because I'm biased, right? But I can see it. England is dangerous. England has got so many players with the rotation policy or not. They still have so many players they can plug in. In this match, it wasn't Tom Curran or Chris Jordan's match. And in all seriousness, I know the skills Tom Curran has. I do. I honestly do. My constant comments are just because when I first started saying, man, I don't really like this guy too much, all the hate I got, and I just keep getting proven right and right. He's in a slump. He's going to bounce back. This squad is deep, Gabe. This squad is deep, and India is going to continue to need to have these impressive performances and these debutantes, and hopefully we can see Sky in there pretty soon.
You know, going back to what I learned, and even in a loss, you can learn a lot, right? And when you look at this loss, you look at the fact that England, again, aren't at full strength, right? They're not going to have a rotation policy forever. Eventually they're going to have their teams at full strength. Right now, I think that they're looking for, okay, what's going to be our squad? They are the number 1 T20 side in the world, by the way, right now. And with guys like Milan, Jason Roy, which is, I thought he was done, but my man came back. Again, their 4-5-6 may be one of the ugliest, bro. It's Owen Morgan. Johnny Bairstow, Owen Morgan, Ben Stokes. That's a gauntlet to go through. Okay, not to mention, bro, along with Milan, they also got Josh Butler. So this team's gonna be fine. This team is gonna be fine, and I honestly see it being, a Final Four of England I'm talking about for the T20 championship. England, Australia, India, and my West Indies. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. Go back and watch the West Indies T20 series and the Zimbabwe and the other ones. Bro, 165 is a good score. A couple of those games ended at 123, 120. You know what I'm saying? Like for you to put up 165 consistently at T20, 170, that's good. And neither of these teams have been blown out and put up under that. It just happens that the other team, put up so many more runs. You know what I mean? And we're able to chase. But what I'm saying is, I think that these may be, and I hate to say it, the class. You know what I mean? I love my West Indies, but they have struggled a little bit. You know what I mean? Even the T20 or whatever, I'm like, we're defending champs, but we need to get it together, man, because they don't struggle to chase 123. You know what I'm saying? They don't struggle to chase, 140, and both these teams have been able to do it. Yeah, I think that I'm so excited, bro. We're going to be getting a WTC Test Championship. Then we're going to get a T20 Championship. Oh, this year is going to be fun, bro. This year is going to be fun. But honestly, that's what I learned. Those are my thoughts on this match. Nick, I'll leave you with the parting words, my friend.
It was a great match. It's been a great series. I am not going to say, I guarantee India's going to win the next match. I'm not, because it's disrespectful to England and the guys that they have, the players that they have. I'm excited. I want good cricket. I want nail-biting action, and I want really, really good matches. That first match was England destroyed them. They chased him the 14th over or some nonsense. It was absolutely crazy. So we'll see what happens. We will be here live for the beginning of the next T20 match here on CFA. Go and join us for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know what you think about our thoughts here. And until next time.
Yeah, 6 runs.